All right, welcome back to the Run.down post-game show here on the Strickland YouTube channel. If you're listening to this the day after the Strickland Podcast Network, I'm Sam. I'm joined by Tyrese. Knicks win and OG Anunoby's return in blowout fashion, 106-79, bringing our record to 38-27. And we are now, 13-2 with OG Anunoby in the lineup. So, great to have some great basketball back on our screens. Before we get into all that, of course, though, BetOnline continues to be your number one source for all your basketball wagering needs, including pro and college hoops throughout the year. With up-to-the-minute odds, stats, and trends, you can follow your favorite team's path to the playoffs with in-game live betting, contests, and all of the best player props. Experience the world's best wagering platform anytime from your desktop or mobile devices. Head to BetOnline today to become part of the team, and remember to use promo code BELIEVE, that's BLEAV, for your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. BetOnline, the game starts here, and we also have a great new sponsor. I love betting with my friends and betting with them on anything. Sports games, who's fast? That's what Cut allows me to do. The Cut app is a peer-to-peer social betting platform that's legal in 40-plus states. Cut has customizable odds, tracking capabilities, and an entire social network with group chats, user profiles, and rewards. All payments, no need for Venmo. Use our promo code BELIEVE-NICKS, that's BLEAV, Knicks, for a 10% welcome deposit bonus. Don't forget that promo code BELIEVE-NICKS. Cut, put your money where your mouth is. All right, so the Knicks, they got OG Anunoby back. They won in spectacular fashion. I mean, the way that we're used to seeing this team with OG Anunoby in the lineup perform.
Back shots.
Yes, as I tweeted out today. OG's back, and the Knicks are giving teams back shots again.
I tweeted out that the room it smells like latex and rose petals again, and that sums up the performance for the Knicks. So,
yeah. I mean, what you call it? I mean, he just, I mean, him being back just like changed so many things. A while back when Jeff and Con were on stream, we talked about what would be the lineup when OG Anunoby returns. Jeff was a little skeptical. He didn't think that Thibs would roll out with a Josh Hart and OG Anunoby 3-4 lineup with Hart at the Hartenstein at the 5. And that's what we saw today, which was welcoming to see, and it was very encouraging to see that Thibs was willing to allow for a lineup that provides more spacing. I think it's because he trusts OG to handle business at the 4, and he trusts Josh Hart with the strength and size and rebounding. So, that is why he was able, that's why he trusted that lineup to start the game, and that lineup was really good. The Knicks, they've been starting Precious and Hartenstein at the 5, and it really hasn't been well in terms of spacing. Today you saw a massive difference. I mean, they were trapping Brunson, but like as soon as he outletted to Hartenstein, Hartenstein had the options of OG and Dante in the corners, and that made life really easy for him and for the team. And you saw they were able to get up to a strong start today. And Josh Hart, I mean, he had one of his best games, if not his best game as a Knick, I would say.
The best game of his career.
20, 19, and 10. As I tweeted out, and Bleacher Report decided to blast to the world Jokic numbers today from Josh Hart, literally. Sucks they didn't let him get the 20-20-10. That would have been really nice, but complaining about little things here at this point. But yeah, I mean, OG coming back just opens up so many things for this team, and we're just counting down the days till we're like fully healthy, because I feel like the sky's the limit with this team. And we kind of saw it today. I know we're facing a shorthanded Sixers team, but I mean, this against a shorthanded Sixers team without OG Anunoby, we scored 76 points or 73 points it was the other day. So yeah, so huge difference. OG Anunoby, the plus minus god, doing his thing.
Yep. I think you saw it immediately that he was just so effective defensively. He was using his length in order to disrupt what the Sixers were trying to do, just blowing up stuff with passing lanes. And the Knicks missed that. They missed that activity at the point of attack. Josh Hart tried his best, but obviously he's just not the specimen that OG Anunoby is. And first couple of minutes, you saw OG corner 3 and a self-created mid-range pull-up, which is something that he was really proficient at before he got injured. So you're seeing that the Knicks have added a little bit more spacing, a little bit more creation to their lineup, have significantly improved their defense, and it showed in their execution tonight. They were just flying from the start, and OG was a big part of that.
Yeah, I mean, this team defensively didn't have. I wouldn't say it didn't have that many troubles, but like him coming back definitely made things just that much more explosive defensively. Like you saw how he was able to disrupt so many plays. Um, and the Knicks, they needed that. They needed that to get opportunities in transition. I feel like that was a big part of why the offense looked significantly better when he joined the team and when he was in the lineup, just because he was able to create those transition opportunities, and he just puts everybody back in their rightful spots. Is like he lets DiVincenzo and Josh Hart be like sort of free safeties in a way, and they're able to just get into the passing lanes and do their damage that way. So it was just great to see him put everybody back in their place. It also put Precious Achua back at his rightful spot as a backup five.
Thank God.
Um, and yeah,
Thank God.
I mean, you're able to see him do his damage there as well, and that was really great to see. And I think we were all kind of discussing what Precious's role would be when OG came back, and then we're also thinking about what his role is going to be when Randall and everybody else comes back. But I still think that he is a five, and I think they're going to continue to use him as a five. But I think there are going to be moments where Thibs uses him as a four too, like especially when push comes to shove, especially with the rebounding battle. I think he's just gonna go there, especially in bench lineups. So we'll see how that goes. It's good to see him using him as a five, though. I think that's his best position. But yeah, it's very encouraging for Thibs to show all these things with OG back in the lineup.
I I'm gonna keep saying it. I think Tibbs thinks he's a five. I think Tibbs thinks he's a five, and I mean Precious played 23 minutes tonight. Boyan played 22. Um, Again, I think there's gonna be some competition, and if he's just gonna see Precious as a five, then if Mitch is healthy, and I believe Mitch started taking contact today, so I'm assuming he's probably gonna be healthy by the time the playoffs roll around. I still feel confident in saying that Boyan's going to play over Precious. And I think it's hard to argue whether or not that's the right decision. Um, I think it would be the right decision because I just value the spacing that Boyan brings compared to Precious. Even though Precious did have a good game today, he was great, especially defensively against the bench unit of the Sixers. So great performance from him, but again, his performance is coming at the five. So
Yeah, I mean, we'll see how Thibs approaches it going forward. But it was encouraging to see how he approached it today. So yeah, I mean, we'll continue to monitor that. We know how Thibs can be. But yeah, I mean, OG Anunoby and we didn't even say his stats today, but 14 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, a steal, 6 of 11 from the field, 2 of 5 from three. One thing that also stuck out to me is OG just being another person that could put the ball on the floor, and that's something that we've been lacking severely since he went out. He's not the most dynamic guy with the ball in his hands, creating shots for himself or others. But I mean, what he was able to provide has been miles better than what Alec Burks has given us. So that was also very encouraging to see. And it's gonna be good to see, um, you know, OG with these reps, he's gonna have more reps with the ball in his hand. It's gonna be good to see what he does with it, and it's good to see if like it helps him going forward with momentum into the playoffs too.
yeah, again, I think he just makes a world of difference for this team. Um, like you said, I think he is starting to flash a little bit of creation. That mid-range pull-up has been automatic for him. Um, you saw him do some stuff where like, he put the ball on the floor and he had that dunk in traffic, or he just elevated among the Sixers' wings. He was able to finish. So I think there is potential for him to kind of find a way to contribute without having to be assisted. But again, his offense, he just wakes up and it's 60 true shooting. It's 54% from the field, 2 of 5 from three, and it's just that's what he does. And this team desperately needed a player who could do that. And given the injuries, the fact that he's able to kind of slot guys into some better usage is incredibly effective.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. Let's get into some comments. And, we'll continue to discuss this great Knicks win. Shout out to Brian Benjamin who donated to super chat. Well, so that is available to those who want to support us and the stream. So shout out to Brian Benjamin. But yeah, let's get into some comments. Ace Bouchard says Precious continues to impress. Will be interesting to see how he fits with a fully healthy roster. Yeah, I mean, with Mitch and Hartenstein, it's gonna be hard to like play him, but like I think that's when Thibs will sort of revert to ways that people will not be fond of in terms of playing him at the 4. Because I think he'll want to put him on the court. And we know what Thibs values above everything else. Defense, rebounding. Precious gives that. Boyan does not. And I think he's just going to ride with him over Boyan.
Pause.
I said ride with him, okay?
All
not
right.
ride him.
Half pause.
I phrased it gently on purpose.
All right, dog. They're nice.
Tony Farano says OG just elevates this team to another level. Hope Julius comes back soon. Yeah, with Julius, they said that he's been taking like controlled contact. Whatever that means. But yeah, I mean, he still doesn't have a timetable for his return, which is, I guess, sort of concerning in a way, because it's like at this point, the way it sounds like Mitch might come back before him, and I mean, yeah, I mean, I think this team just wants to take it as cautious as possible. We know Julius will do whatever it takes to come back as soon as possible because he's just that type of person, just that type of player. But yeah, I mean, concerning if we still don't hear about an update in like 2 weeks or so, because we do want him to get some time to ramp up towards the playoffs.
They said that he's been doing 5-0s and he's taking light contact. I think they're just really trying to slow play it because ultimately he needs to be able to absorb that contact from bumping his shoulder into people. They said that his cardiovascular wise, like he's conditioned just fine. It's just a matter of like him absorbing the contact. It wouldn't surprise me if they start ramping up his contact on the West Coast trip, and then by the time they're back home, maybe you start to see some inklings of him like taking full contact. But I'm not too worried about it. Maybe he doesn't play for those games against the Pistons and the Nets. Maybe he comes back a little bit later, towards the end of March, maybe. But I still feel like that's within the timeline. The timeline was around like middle of March, end of March.
Fair. Let's see. Ace Bouchard says Dante Hart and OG is a very tough defensive duo on the perimeter for pretty much all 29 other teams. Brian Benjamin also said, missed the game because I'm at work. Can we get a recap? We beat the brakes off the Sixers. Shout out to OG and Nobi and Josh Hart. I mean, that's the recap. That's all the recap you need. Josh Hart putting up Jokic numbers and OG Anunoby doing OG Anunoby things. Even for OG Anunoby, it felt like when he first joined the team, like he wasn't really doing anything like that crazy or like that explosive, like that like noticeable, but like you just saw his impact. So like, that's what it was today. It felt like it felt like a January night again, which was great times for us as Knicks fans this year.
Yes, it was. the good old days. Um, but yeah, just the metal bats were out and they were swinging in full force.
Yep. Jordan Bubb says only 5 teams have scored fewer than 80 points in a game this season. 3 of them were against the Knicks over the last 4 days. Wow.
Metal fucking bats.
He also says, fun fact, the Knicks had more assists than the Sixers had made field goals tonight.
Yeah, the Sixers are not a good team. When Embiid hurt,
Yeah, I don't know if they probably make the play in, but like
are we
by the
sure they
skin of
make?
their teeth.
I don't know,
The
man.
bottom of the East is bad. So like I think they somehow still get in somehow.
Yeah, I forgot Miami's still not doing shit. Never mind. Yeah, they'll make the play in for sure. Like they
It'll
won't
just be
fall
very
lower.
nasty.
They won't fall lower than eighth because the Bulls are bad. But like, would it surprise anybody if Embiid is hurt and they just lose both those games? Like, no. It's
Not
kind of where I'm
really.
at. I'm like, I think it's very possible they lose both those games in the play in, like to the Heat and to like the Bulls.
Very plausible.
Yep.
Um Josh Hart since the All-Star break, 16.1 points per game, 12 rebounds per game, 5.9 assists per game, 45% from the field, 37% from 3. Shout out to Spring Josh Hart.
I think Josh Hart just re-upped on breast milk,
Or that
or he just doesn't care about anything that comes before the All Star break.
on his Jimmy Butler-ish.
He might be on his Jimmy Butler. He lives in Miami. That makes sense. I just he pisses me off, but I was never like worried about him long term. People are like, "Oh, the contract's bad," and it's like, dude, no. Every team in the league will want Josh Hart on their team if you can get him. But it was good to see him shooting the three. It was good to see him playing aggressive and going downhill the way Josh Hart is supposed to. He had like a really big aura moment where like he took off the headband and was still able to convert a layup at the rim. Like that was special. It was chills. Um, but yeah, man, Josh Hart is just a winner. I sometimes you gotta look past the advanced stats and the data, and I don't want to get on my ball don't stop back, but like some guys are just fucking winners, and Josh Hart is a fucking winner. And he's never gonna cheat you with effort. He's never gonna cheat you with effort. You're never gonna feel like, man, Josh Hart didn't do what he was supposed to do. And it's like he might have bad games, but I always feel like Josh Hart has a motor about him. Um, and he's willing to like do the nasty work and he'll fucking bitch and complain, but at the end of the day he'll still get it done. And I feel like that's what Josh Hart is to a T.
Yeah, I would agree. That describes him pretty perfectly.
He's light skinned Marcus Smart.
What other comments do we have here? Shout out to Jordan Bubb with all these stats. Let me get to some of them as well. He says the Knicks have allowed under 80 points in all 3 of their last games versus Orlando 74 points versus Philadelphia 79 and versus Philadelphia 79 again. Points allowed over this span 77.3, and maybe we might see this continue because like our West Coast trip somehow got a little bit more favorable with Steph Curry being out. I don't know if he'll be back by our game. Usually players usually like to get healthy right before our game, so we'll see about that. But we do play the Trailblazers, which I think we'll do a pretty good job against them. We do have the Warriors, the Kings. We have the Kings, then the Warriors, I think. Yeah, Kings, then Warriors on Monday on ESPN. That should be fun. But yeah, I think that the Knicks, they should be able to keep this up. I mean, without Steph Curry, the Warriors, I don't think that they'll be able to really do anything dynamic against us. Maybe I'm speaking a little prematurely. We'll see. But I trust with OG back that this team will continue to keep its shit right.
Yeah, oh man, I hope they can keep their shit right. I'll say that first. I really do.
Uh,
Um, what's up?
let's see what else we got here. Oh, shut up. We got another super chat from Harry Donert. And we got another super chat from Brian Benjamin. $2. Thank you, Brian Benjamin. Thank you, Harry Donert. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Brian Benjamin asks, any concern about the Boyan minutes and his stat line? Not really.
Not really.
I mean, I would be concerned, but like usually like today you didn't even like notice his like deficiencies that much just because OG was able to do that much. Um and like I don't know, Boyan didn't really share the floor with anyone that really kind of highlighted his deficiencies, I would say.
No, I would disagree with that because I feel like what you notice that you cannot play Brunson, Burks, and Boyan together.
Oh yeah, for sure. But I
Like
feel like I barely noticed that lineup because like I don't think it played that much today.
no, that's like when I think the Sixers like cut into the lead and the league became like 10 or whatever before we
Okay.
blew it back out. But like, yeah, you cannot play like if Boyan plays, he has to play with Deuce and with OG and with Hart. So he's strictly a bench four in this lineup. Like he needs to play with the guys who can insulate him. But you can never really play with Brunson, which creates complications about how much minutes he can actually get.
Yeah, this is why like I'm not worried about him long term because I feel like when we get to the playoffs, he's gonna be like a 17 minutes tops type of guy.
Yeah.
Like if Randall's fully healthy and he's a full go, like I fully expect Boyan to be like a 17 minutes type of guy. Like come in, shoot a couple threes, do a little creation, and then see ya.
Yeah. So I'm not worried about it too much, but also like you're seeing the lineups that can and can't work. So
Yeah. But yeah, I'm not concerned because I just don't think he's gonna be this much of a factor in the playoffs. Tay212 says Detroit sold us 11 with these old fuckers. I mean, they sold us 11 with Burks for sure. But I don't think Burks will be in the playoff rotation. Like, honestly, like it's looking more and more like Deuce is solidified himself as that guy.
oh, he definitely has. Like I don't think that's something to worry about.
I think Burks is just playing just because of the bodies that we have. Like I think they made that trade. They were like, all right, we definitely want Boyan. Burks, hopefully he gives us some good minutes, but when it's playoff time and everybody's back, see ya.
Yeah, Burks is gonna get like a couple minutes to spell DiVincenzo, but for the most part, I doubt Burks is really playing a lot. If he hits a couple threes in that time, cool. If not, whatever. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they just go to 8 for the playoff rotation.
Yeah, I mean that's definitely a Dibs type of thing to do. Judah Benchar, he says, was I the only one that enjoyed the TNT broadcast more than the usual Sheriff Breen and Clyde tripping? They were actually talking about the Knicks instead of sucking off the other team's players. And some of the commentary was surprisingly not dumb. And a lot of the, yeah, I
To be
mean,
fair, like who are you gonna suck off on the Sixers aside from Kyle Lowry and Maxey?
yeah, I guess. But yeah, I thought the commentary was pretty good. Brian, I know who is it? Iron Eagle and Greg Anthony, right? That's a good duo. Those guys are solid at what they do. Like they're not guys that I'm like, oh man, I hate when that guy's on. Um, like if Stan Van Gundy were on or something like that. But yeah, I thought those guys were solid today. And yeah, the commentary was pretty good too. They're really like talking about how you know how the Knicks, they need OG Anunoby, of course, obviously, but like they were just like talking about like what he brings to the team. They're talking about like what Josh Hart does for the team. They're talking about how far the Knicks could possibly go with this team. Like it wasn't really any negative commentary, so that was really refreshing because usually we can get the typical Knicks negative nonsense or like oh, what's the ceiling of this team, like where are they capped at and stuff like that. So it was nice to get that refreshing, like talking about what the Knicks currently are and like how good that is for the Knicks.
Yeah, no, I agree. As a resident, San Antonio native, of course, I'm not allowed to watch MSG games when they're naturally televised, so I had to watch the TNT broadcast tonight.
There was no MSG broadcast today.
Oh, there wasn't?
Nope.
Okay, cool. Thank God. But yeah, like I thought it was fine. I didn't have a problem with the commentary tonight. Uh, Brian Anderson is always good in my book.
It
So
was Iron Eagle and Greg Anthony tonight.
one of them niggas, bro. I
Now
think he's most.
Iron Eagles valid. Like he's usually
Iron Eagle's the only good thing about the Nets.
yeah, that's the only thing Yes has going for them, and maybe Ryan Rucco on a good night.
I can't even see the Liberty anymore because Liberty are on Fox 5 now. So
Yeah, but yeah, Iron Eagle, he's pretty good. He usually brings some nice energy. This game wasn't close enough for him to like really give us some like you know banger late game calls. Because he's pretty good with that, especially like in the playoffs and stuff like that. Um, yeah, but I mean, it would have been nice to have this game on MSG just to hear like Breen and Clyde riffing a little bit.
Clyde would have talking about like segregation in the '60s, bro. I don't know if you want to see that.
Well, I mean, yeah, I'm not gonna complain about the commentary. It wasn't that bad. It wasn't bad at all actually. But yeah, shout out to TNT for not bad commentary because the bar is so low in sports commentary. Because like if you watch a Celtics ESPN game, man, that is a Celtics podcast you are watching with basketball playing in the background.
Oh my God, Bill Simmons one night only just to talk about Jason Tatum and fillet Jalen Brown.
Yeah,
That makes complete sense.
yeah. So yeah, shout out to TNT for a good commentary team. Hopefully they can continue this, because the Knicks are going to be on national TV for a couple more games, I think, this year. Hopefully they're not all on ESPN because ESPN sucks at calling their games. But yeah, let's see what the comments we have here. Jordan Bubb says Tom Thibodeau and Josh Hart getting 39 minutes tonight. He plays to win, and that's what I love about him. He's not a guy that plays for stats. He plays to win. That's what makes him so valuable to us. Wow, the one day I didn't have Josh Hart triple double. I usually play that almost every single day, every single game. And today he got it, and I didn't play it because I was focused on like OG Anunoby.
Yeah. Fuck. Lost my train of thought. Yeah. No more fucking national TV games. Just give me Breen and Clyde, propaganda and all.
Propaganda.
It is absolutely propaganda.
No, for sure it is.
That is Eric Adams sponsored commentary.
Oh, for sure. What you call it? Jordan Bub also says you gave a reporter said you gave Josh kind of a break tonight. Only 39 minutes. Tom Thibodeau. He was upset about his usage. Reporter 2, was he giving you grief about not getting 20 rebounds? Thibodeau, he always giving you grief about something, goes in one ear, out the other. Good to see Tom Thibodeau having a sense of humor about this.
Mm-hmm. I mean, Josh Hart, again, he complains, but he played 39 minutes, so I don't want to hear him bitch about his minutes load.
Where's usage?
Bro, you were on the Peloton yesterday again, working up a fucking sweat. I don't want to hear nothing about you getting 39 minutes in an NBA game.
Well, remember he was upset earlier in the year about like not having like the role he thought he was gonna have. So It's only right that Thibodeau just gives him the most minutes ever and just lets him
Absolutely.
accumulate all these stats now.
Absolutely. I mean, he's going to complain when he just got put up 20, 19, and 10. Like, clearly Tom's doing something right if you would have put up Jokic numbers.
Yeah. Shout out Bleacher Report.
Bro. Mind you, you're like, oh, they put up the wrong tweet. Get the fuck out of here.
They did. They definitely put up the wrong tweet. It was supposed to be the backshots tweet they were supposed to put up.
You got cheered by Bleacher Report, dude.
But that's nothing.
We had this conversation off the air where you're like, oh, they put up the wrong tweet. And I'm like, dude, some kid is going to read your backshots tweet if they put that one up, and they're going to have to explain what are backshots. And I'm like, why would you do that to the youth? And he's like, fuck them kids. Like,
I did not say that. I said they're going to have to learn somehow, some way. Why not learn through basketball? A nice medium.
Bobby, who's FBL Sam? But why is he saying backshots? Like, come on, bro.
Because he can, and it's his Twitter. That's why.
You're sick. You're sick.
Brian Benjamin X. Yes, Bleacher Report did post my tweet. It was the wrong tweet though. They posted the tweet about Josh Hart having Jokic numbers. Like, okay, like that's like so vanilla. Like you're supposed to post something.
Can you imagine
something extreme?
Can you imagine being FBL Sam, bro? Like cuffed up. Parlays be hitting.
Dog.
Famous on Twitter now.
All right.
Living the life, bro. Sam got it made, dog. I wish I had it like Sam. I don't got it like Sam.
Yo. All right.
Sam being the Louis Vuitton store with a
bag. I wish.
To be pulling out parlay money. Parlay money long. Crazy, man. I wish I had it like I don't got it like Sam, dog.
It's no parlay money.
Watch when Sanford start whipping it, like big ass Benz. He got money, bro. I'm gonna tweet that. I'm gonna say I wish I was like FBS.
Get out of here. What'd you call it? Ace Shard says Precious adds a lot more switchability than Mitch or Arhart. I could see that being very useful in certain playoff matchups. But yeah, the thing about Thibs though is that he doesn't like do things based on like singular playoff matchups. Because like the same game, I feel like the same game plan he went to against the Cavs, he did that against Miami, like playing Josh Hart a ton when they were just ignoring him, playing Josh Hart and RJ together when it was just killing our spacing. So like things like that show me that like he is not going to be flexible when the team is fully healthy, and like certain matchups call for certain things. Like I don't trust him to do that. But I do agree with your point about Precious adding some more switchability. He adds a little bit more versatility defensively.
If he could just hit a corner three, bro, he would legitimately be such a special player.
He hit a corner three sometimes.
Yeah, but it's like hit or miss. Like he's either gonna go like 1 for 2 or 0 for 3. It's nasty. But like, if he was able to do that, and I wouldn't be surprised if like you gave him a season with Johnny Bryant, he's probably doing it at a confident enough level. But like if he's able to be a plus offensively, especially from the perimeter, then you have a 6'8" switchable wing who can guard 3 to 5. Like you'd have 2 of them with OG. I don't know what other team in the league has 2 wings like that, given the size that they are, because like he's 6'8" with a 7'2" wingspan. Like if he could just be passable offensively and he has the ability to play the 5, then like the Knicks would have something there like that's really, really potent.
It's a matter if they just execute and use it. But
yep. And it also makes the Mitch conversation very interesting.
Yeah. You know what's really stuck out to me about Mitch lately? How tiny his feet are. Like, holy hell.
You be staring at Mitch feet, bro.
Nah, someone tweeted it on my timeline. They were like, yo, his feet are mad small. And like, I never realized how small his feet are.
That's why he's like, I think that was like pandemic thoughts where people were like, oh yeah, his feet are max small. Yeah, his feet are small. That's why he's able to move the perimeter so well.
But like now it's like, yo, are his feet like too small now? Like,
I mean,
is
like he's
that
built
why
like
he's
a
always
fucking.
getting hurt?
He's built like a flamingo. Like you got to take the good with the bad. You can't be built like the fucking cinnamon man and not expect a little bit of downside.
Oh man, Mitch, yeah, and there's nothing to do. Like you can't like stretch out his feet or anything. Like you can't like enlarge in them.
You can't stretch out his feet. All
You
right.
can't.
Oh my god. And no, you're right. You're right. You can't stretch out his feet, but like, yeah, I think
Like with other people's like shortcomings, it's like, yo, like you can like work on this, or like like everything with Obi about being stiff. Like everyone's like just make him do some hot yoga. Like there's nothing to do about like small
shit
feet.
did
Like you
not work.
can't
By the way,
you can't do anything about small feet. Like you
you gotta get a
just
foot enlargement.
there's no such thing.
They'll find a way, bro. Like you tell me, the NBA is $1 billion corporation. They can't make a nigga feet larger.
Uh, uh,
Give me a break.
I was about to say a FBL, like a BBL, or a BFL, Brazilian foot lift.
oh, oh, I'm glad you're referencing the BBL Sam shit. Oh, fucking Hubert.
Oh man. All right. Judah says, Tyrese, you want to hear about how the other team's player is the best player in the NBA and Brunson getting physically assaulted is tough defense with Stone Clyde sprinkled in?
Okay, but Stone Clyde is legitimately the best commentator in the fucking world. When he just starts talking about like random shit or hollering at women, it's legitimately great content. Because like this dude is like 80. And he just was like, oh, I'm sorry, when Clyde is legitimately on one, it's the best thing in the world. Like off of Vacation Clyde and Blowout Clyde are the two best Clydes you can have.
Bro, can Jason Tatum pass in this quarter, yo?
Who is he gonna pass to? Everybody is injured.
I do not care. Find a way. Like this guy had 8 assists the other game, and like now he wants to have 2 assists tonight.
They're also playing the Jazz. Why are you surprised?
Bro, the game is close.
Oh, what? Where's they up like 15?
Well, now they're only up 7. So I need a passing clinic from Jason Tatum in the freaking fourth quarter.
What did you take him for 4.5?
No, I took him for 8 assists because he had 8 assists last game. So I'm like, yo, y'all shorthanded
What?
again. Get 8 assists again, motherfucker.
All right. Dude, what?
That guy has gotten 8 assists constantly this year. It's actually ridiculous.
That I don't. When's the last time you even hit that aside from last game? Oh, okay. I see
Yeah.
everything. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So now today he just doesn't want to pass, huh? You don't want
Oh,
to be Mr. All Around
that's
man?
that's nasty. He actually had 8, 7, and 8.
Exactly. It's not even a crazy bet. This goes back to my tweet yesterday. I tweeted out, I was like, folks think betting is easy, man. They be like, yo, if I had this in my state, I would be like $30,000 richer. It's like, no, you wouldn't. You'd be $30,000 poorer, actually.
No, I probably would have been out here hooping.
Yeah, you say that until you take Giannis for 23 points and he got 22 and he wanted to have like 13 assists that night. I'm telling you.
Bro, Sam talking about betting is the funniest nigga alive, bro.
Bro, this should get serious,
You
man.
can hear the anger in his voice.
Bro, it be pissing me off the way like some things just lose. Like they're not supposed to lose like that.
Bro, he tracking down people who be like, this is easy. And he's like, you don't understand.
Nah, the tweet the other day pissed me off, yo, because it's like, bruh, y'all, like, I used to be that person. Like, I used to live in New York before they had betting in there. I moved to Jersey. I was like, bet, I'm gonna go to New Jersey. I'm gonna make mad money betting on these sports. I mean, it sort of came true, but like, it took a while to get there.
You'd be like, you don't understand the struggle, bro. Like, I wish a nigga would. fucking disrespect these fucking slips. Pull your slips out. Pull
Bro,
your
you
slips
saw
out for
you saw that guy on Twitter.
your
He was like, "Yo, you're just someone who's bad at making picks." I was like, "Yo, don't play with me, bro. Don't play with me.
Bro, you
Talk
can't come.
about bad at making picks,
You could come for him about anything else, but you disrespect his parlay prowess, he get on your ass.
bro. Do not play with me, bro." He was like, "Yo, you're just bad at making picks." It's like, "Yo, show me your slips then. Show me your slips. show me you're the king of FanDuel." Oh man. All right. Let's get back to talking some Knicks basketball and some Knicks in general. Ace Richard says he also thinks Precious has been a better option on the short roll on offense than the other 5-man options. I mean, I would say Hartenstein's maybe a little bit better on the short roll, just he gives you a lot more passing. I mean, he's been a little bit janked up since the Achilles thing, but like I still think he's probably our best option on the short roll, Hartenstein.
I would say Hartenstein too. I think the thing with the Chew on the show roll is you can see his athleticism pop because he'll make these dumbass reads, but then he'll be able to recover and like dunk it because he's just an insane athlete. And the Knicks have that as a 5 in Mitch, but Mitch doesn't have the playmaking. And Hartenstein has the playmaking, but he's not the level of athlete that Precious is. So like when Precious is able to do it, it's like, okay, I don't know what I'm doing. My processing is not the best, but I'm such a physical specimen that I'm able to recover and make it look good anyway.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean that's the benefit of having all these different like fives. Like you have so many options of like different looks that you want to throw at teams. That's why it's so frustrating when Thibs doesn't like, you know, at least adjust per matchup, or at least we hope that he will adjust per matchup. Because like you could throw so many different looks at teams, and like that's the beauty of versatility and why so many people think this team can go so far is because you're seeing all these like options present themselves as players are getting more opportunities to do things. Like we didn't know what we had in Precious before guys went down, and now we do, and it's like, okay, now he just offers a different look that hopefully we can utilize in the playoffs. Oh, also, my favorite thing was someone telling me to take Giannis for 20 points. Like, you want me to stay poor? Like, that's making me no money.
Oh my god, bro. Parlays be bringing down the worst out of Sam, dog.
Nah, people be getting me tight because it's like, yo, you're talking to me like I'm an idiot. I'm not an idiot.
So, talk to me like I'm broke. I ain't broke.
Like, bro, you tell me to take Giannis for 20 points, like you want me to put 1,000 on it to make money? Like, I'm not making any money.
I'm trying to make odds for. I think we need the odds for Fuck. No, I was looking at a fucking game. My bad. This is a bad bet. I'm not even gonna say it out loud. Never mind. I'm gonna just leave it to professionals. This ain't for me. This is not for me.
Oh man. Let's see what else we said. What else we got here? Judah Benchar. He also says, "I'll give you that. When Clyde is having a good night's hilarious to listen to, I mainly just can't stand Breen simping for other players' nurse." Yeah, Breen's gotten really bad since he's like been with Breen with Doris and ESPN. It's brought out the worst in him.
It brought out the white supremacy in Breen.
Also being with like Wally and Hana bunch has brought out the worst in Breen as well.
He just stays around Staten Island all day, and it's disgusting.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like Breen has just been on this national kick where he's like, I see these players every other week. Let me give them all this praise. And
it's like, no, you're on the MSG broadcast. We don't want to hear that right now.
Like, bro, be a homer. Like, the Knicks were in their winning streak, and then he was a homer. And it's like, bro, if you got to be a homer when we win, you're a bandwagoner.
Yeah.
Like, you better... I don't care if Josh Hart threw it off of Josh Hart. I need you to pretend like it's
You
still
threw it off
Nick's
somebody
ball.
else. Yeah, exactly. It's still
Like
Nick's ball no matter what.
I need you to lock in, but Mike Breen is trying to play both sides in the NBA court. It's just
That's not what we're here for. Man,
like
both TNT games about to be blowouts today. TNT doing bad.
yeah. I think TNT probably took a lot of these games after all the fucking injuries. So
That sucks.
bro, imagine just like back to back national TV games where it's the Rock fight on Sunday and then this game.
Just
Like,
brutal.
how does this grow the game?
They gotta be better at like having flex options. I think like they just gotta be more flexible with like having like a backup team on standby to go like this location to like flex this game because like there's way too many games where like it's ruined by injuries and then it's a bunch of blowouts. It's just like, brother, this is not good for like the product.
Yeah, but as long as they keep making money.
Yeah, I mean, they're in cahoots with this freaking gambling companies that like.
Don't say that's Rudy Gobert. He might get fined again.
Bro, Rudy Gobert. That was the one time I was like, yo, Rudy Gobert's spitting, yo. I was like,
He
this
might be a
guy
hero,
is
bro.
spitting. This guy is a hero. This guy is saying what no one else wants to say in the league. Like these gambling companies, like, bruh, say the Celtics, they announced they started lineup change after the game started. How is folks supposed to know that and like bet properly? Like that's just messed up. Josh Hart on if he's a triple double machine now. No. I just run around and I pray I catch the ball. When I catch the ball, I run around again. All right, Josh Hart.
He's not wrong.
Sometimes it does look like that, and it's not pretty. It's not as pretty as it was tonight. Villain X says, I just want more Burks, Boyan, McBride, even Jacob minutes. What? Anything to keep the main players' minutes in the 34-minute range. Yeah, we're not. That's just simply not gonna happen. Especially Jacob Toppin minutes. That is a far cry. But yeah, that's not happening. What do you think about Jacob Toppin minutes, Tyrese?
Bro, if I have to watch Jacob Toppin play NBA minutes, I'm actually going to throw my TV. Because nobody else in my house deserves to watch TV if Jacob Toppin wants to step in the fucking court willingly. I don't care if Tibbs is like, bro, I'm subbing you. I want Jacob Toppin to understand that he's hurting my eyes playing the sport of basketball and just give it the fucking boots and pick up his shift at AutoZone.
AutoZone. Why does Jacob Toppin have to work at AutoZone?
Because O'Reilly's wasn't fucking hiring.
Oh my god.
I could have said Pep Boys. Because he does everything for less, just like his brother.
Wow. What else we got? Wow. Ugly day betting. JK says Achua's handling and finishing on the roll is nice, but when he's stuck at the top of the 3-point line in delay action, it can absolutely kill the offense. Yeah, I mean, there's times where you can't do anything at the top of the key, and it's just like, oh, okay, we're just gonna look a little confused for a little bit.
Yeah. I think you see the benefit of having somebody who could rotate a defense, and the Knicks don't really have that right now. Like you're asking Josh Hart to get dribble penetration. You're asking Deuce McBride to like make those passes out of the pick and roll to the corners and stuff like that. And it's kind of been offense by committee, which is why the offense has been so bad. But I think Tibbs, to his credit, is realizing, okay, I have a bad offense. I won't be able to fix that. But I have an elite defensive unit, especially with like Deuce and Hart and OG and potentially Mitch or Precious. So he's just like doubled down on the defense, especially for the bench unit. Like if they're gonna score like 4-0 in the bench minutes, then like you're fine.
Yeah. All right, let's see what else we got here. Greg Anthony said tonight Josh Hart really epitomizes what it is to be the ultimate role player. Jordan Bub, thank you for that.
Oh, streets are saying that fucking Josh Hart is taking over for the all fucking gritty team. Like,
Yeah.
he's special player. Okay.
Uh,
What do you guys make of another bad game from Burks and Boyan? They gave us lemons.
Troy Weaver, you are not getting your statue here.
Troy Weaver's getting a plaque.
No.
Not even a
Nothing,
plaque?
man. Nope, nothing.
Damn, bro. Not even like his own wing? Not even a hallway?
Nope, nothing.
That's
you get nothing,
nuts.
Troy Weaver. You tricked us.
Nah,
Well,
okay. Nah, he's gonna get that because like without him, we don't have Brunson. So
I guess.
like it don't matter what else he does. Like if
the size gets reduced because of this trade.
Yeah, you end up with like a little mini statue or whatever, but like it ain't gonna be nothing fire.
Yeah.
We might like make like a water fountain in your honor, but like it finna look like that fucking Ronaldo statue. Just ghetto and ugly. You ain't finna get like no real legit statue.
Yeah. You can't give us 2 lemons like this. I mean, we did give them Evan Fournier and Quentin Grimes.
That was a fucking
lemon swap.
That was a lemon swap. Everybody just trying to make lemonade right now, bro. It smelled like Pine Sol in that fucking that entire fucking tray smells like Pine Sol, just lemon.
The rare lose.
Yep.
We had a win-win trade with the Raptors, and then the Knicks were like, "Let's do a lose-lose with the
win-win trade where they
Detroit Pistons."
I'm sorry, the win-win trade where we win every game and they lose every game, and RJ and IQ can't stay healthy. Like
they getting their numbers though.
They are getting their numbers. I'll give them that much.
What matters.
True. IQ's getting the bag because he's
IQ
getting his
just
numbers.
Can't get the triple-double though, man.
I know. It makes me sick. He should legitimately have like a couple already, but he has the thing that Josh Hart had, where like Josh Hart would just be like 8 assists, 9 assists, 7 assists, and you're like, bro, why can't you hit 10?
And with IQ, it's the boards that's hurting him now. Like he's not getting the boards
because he's fucking.
He be getting like 14 assists and it's like 7 rebounds. Like man, almost there.
He's Christian Haliburton with some aura.
That's disrespectful to IQ because Halliburton's fucking doodle buns now.
I know. Speaking of which, like if Halliburton actually legitimately gets like all NBA, I'm gonna be sick.
He shouldn't. He's been absolutely brutal this later half of the year.
He's been garbage. I feel like they'll fucking find a way, and I'm like, bro, he's been ass. Legit, just give it to Dame. Dame's been like 60 true shooting still.
Dame. Oof.
Over Halliburton right now, give me Dame. If they both could be doodle butt, give me the dude who could like shoot instead of the guy who's just gonna be focusing on passing.
The guards have been just so brutal because they're all just like dwindling down because of the injuries. Man, shout out to the NBA PA who agreed to this CBA, by the way.
He was like, we get to smoke weed, we won.
Shout out to Grant Williams and CJ McCollum. Great job, guys. Great job. Grant Williams continues to take L's, by the way.
Bro, after he fucking said, I'm going to make them both.
It's been downhill since then.
For real. Like, you got sent to fucking purgatory with the Hornets.
Well, before that, he got sent to play with Luka in Dallas, and like he couldn't make that work because they thought he was a dork and they thought he was a yapper. And they sent him to Charlotte. I mean, Charlotte fans love him, so I guess that's a good thing. But they think he's a leader for their. I mean, that's how desperate they were for leadership. That just shows how bad they were desperate for leadership down there in Charlotte. That Grant Williams came down there and he's made somewhat of a difference, and that's moving mountains for them. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, this was a pretty good game from the Knicks. Good to see the Knicks blowing out teams again. It reminded me of January. Oh, faithful January. But yeah, hopefully the Knicks continue this. I mean, we're going on a road trip, right?
Yep.
Yep. Portland, Golden State, or Portland, Sacramento, Golden State, and what is it? Denver? Is it? Is it Denver? Let me check. Maybe Denver
For what?
for the last game of the road trip for the Knicks.
I think it's Denver. Yeah.
Can't find it. Where is it? Thursday. Yep, Thursday at Denver. So a chance for Denver to get their revenge versus us. After we beat the brakes off them. And then we have a game against the Nets. Ooh, that should be fun. Ooh, beating the Nets in MSG by like what, 35 points? Because they absolutely suck. And Mikal Bridges is doo-doo.
Problem is, I can't root for the Nets, otherwise I'm gonna feel sick. So, in any context, I root for the Nets. I feel disgusted.
Why are we rooting for the Nets?
Oh, what the fuck am I, bro? I'm sorry. I'm so exhausted. It's been a long ass day.
Yeah, we play the Nets on Saturday, the 23rd.
Damn, Kenny Payne just got fired. That's
Well,
he needs to get his ass back to the bench, bro. Julius Randle needs you.
If you seen that Louisville record, man,
I don't blame him.
it should have been a long time ago.
Yeah, it's it's time. Kenny Payne. Kenny Payne might just need to be a family man.
Not just being an NBA assistant coach, just be a vibes guy, and don't have to do much. You're not relied on to
be the
create the image.
Be the Theo Pinson of assistant coaches.
He doesn't have to create a culture for a whole college team, and I feel like that was a little bit too much for him, I guess. But yeah, Ace Bishardi asks, how can you take a guy averaging 30.8 points per game for 20 plus points in a game? I don't understand. Like, people, the person that tweeted that at me, they said it's about getting a win. For me, it's not just about getting a win. It's about getting a win and making money. So, like, you cannot tell me to take Giannis for 20 points. That is like minus 900.
Sam,
that doesn't make me anything. That makes me like 10 cents, maybe.
Look, you need to understand that when Sam gambles, he gambles for profit.
And not just any type of profit. High profit.
Yeah.
High profit. 5 to 500, 5 to 1K. That's my profit I'm looking for.
Mind you, he began like 2K and he'd be like, oh, I could have got 5K the next day. And it's like, bro, you just got 2K. Be humble. No. Sam's never humble when it comes to the parlays. Again, selfish, bro. God, I've seen what you've done for others, please.
Villain X, I think we're going to end here with this one. He says, all I'm saying about Jacob Toppin minutes is that once iHeart got past the minutes restriction, he got played more and re-aggravated his injury. Just want anything to get the main guys to postseason. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Man, you better have Ben Stiller suit up over Jacob fucking. You could take Action Bronson. You could take Tracy Morgan, Sam, because he could afford them front row tickets now.
Oh right, no, I cannot.
Okay, I can't even joke about that, bro. Them shits are expensive.
Yo, I looked at the prices of the other day and I had to close my app. I was like, nah, I'm good.
I know. I thought about it because I was like, okay, if I swing back in New York, I wanted to try to catch a game, and I looked at the prices and I went, I'm gonna just go watch them out here. I will watch them.
There's no point. There's no point.
I'm gonna watch them.
I'd have to win like 2 parlays, like 2 like crazy parlays to get tickets.
So all I'm hearing is Sam gonna be taking his girls to the next game next season when he got it like that. He finna make bank on hockey and the Olympics.
Olympics might be
Olympics betting is gonna be so lit, bro. No, because like it's not gonna be the degenerate parlays. Because you could be watching 4 a.m. parlays on track and field like a gremlin.
Man, I'm just betting on basketball, Olympic basketball, man. Olympic
Nah,
basketball,
you should be
Olympic
cursing
hockey.
out, throw that random ass tweets like, "Come on, Uzbekistan." I can't wait, bro. This is like the apex of gambling. I can't wait.
I never bet on the Olympics either, so this is gonna be my first time.
Oh, this is legitimately what dreams are made of. Can you
Oh
imagine the niggas that start betting on cricket?
man, I have not reached that peak yet.
Oh, I cannot wait, bro. They're gonna be dudes betting skateboarding. Oh, come on, man. Why did I took under 5 ollies? Why did you ollie 6 times?
Whatever it takes.
Sandbag pickleball in the X Games. Wait, I gotta look up Olympic events because I'm so over under weightlifting. You gonna be betting fucking skiing. Bro, over under for times on rowing. Oh, fencing, bro.
Yo, I'm not going to fencing. That is OD.
Flag football.
Flag football, I might. I don't know.
All I'm saying, like
Depends on
volleyball,
what kind of props they
volleyball,
got.
volleyball props might be promising. You finna be on the taekwondo slips.
No.
All right, we gotta. I'm gonna do this all. I'm gonna do this like an hour.
Yo, shout out to everyone that was here, man. Shout out to all the super chats. We appreciate all the support. Make sure you guys leave a like and subscribe. We'll be back on
Sand betting curling.
what day do the Knicks is their next game?
Thursday.
We'll be back on Thursday as the Knicks take on the Portland Trailblazers. The Knicks should easily take that game.
I pray.
Hopefully it's not a close one. I know Portland's been in a few close ones with a lot of other teams. Hopefully we're not one of those teams that joins the mix. But yeah, thank you to everyone that left a super chat. Thank you for everyone for leaving a like. Make sure you guys subscribe. We'll be back on Thursday. Make sure you guys check out the links in the description. Links to the site, merch, Patreon, and Twitter. Make sure you guys follow us on Twitter if you're already watching us there. Shout out to you. Make sure you guys hit the follow button. And if you're not, make sure you guys go over to YouTube and subscribe. Everyone, enjoy your Wednesday. Peace out.